You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
Feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it. The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together.
Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
Hello. Is this thing on? Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wolldog, sitting with my buddies, Kev, Hug, and Duggan.
How are you feeling, Adam?
Better now that I can see you, buddy. This is the dynamic that was missing from the last episode.
Do you want to know how I'm feeling?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling Van Noyce right now.
Oh,
nice.
locked that and loaded.
Boom!
But let's not forget Kyle, the coach, Duggan.
What's up, guys? Yeah, it's Kevin. How did you get better Wi-Fi out of nowhere, huh?
I
How did you
literally
make that
went
happen?
to the IT guy at
Did
the
you go
hotel,
full Karen?
and I was like, guess what? There's people that want to see me. So I need you to plug some internet into my
Oh my God.
room. No, I didn't do that. But the
And now-
IT guy came up and gave me a hard line.
And now the
it's
country
not
of
shit
Romania
internet.
hates you.
Pretty much. The guy literally will not make eye contact with me when I go downstairs.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's awkward in Romania, but not here at the Charger Chat, folks. Obviously, lots to talk about. As many of you have pointed out, shit tends to come out like right after we put an episode out or right after we record. And so we don't necessarily get a chance to talk about it, but we're doing it today. We're catching up today. Obviously, lots of news to talk about. We've got a very special fan focus and a Bolt insight with yet again another Charger player. Who is it going to be? You're going to have to stick around and find out because it's pretty special.
Nice.
It's probably on the picture that we put up.
It's probably on the thumbnail. So if
you know us so well.
if you're good with faces, you'll know on
Take a look.
right off the
Yeah.
bat. But if not, then you got to stick around and find out. But let's start things off with news. This came out. The jersey numbers for the Chargers draft class have been solidified. Zion Johnson coming in at number 77.
Solid number. Strong.
It's a great number. I like
Strong number.
JT Woods, 22. Isaiah Spiller, 28. Tito Abonia, 93. Jamari Salyer, 68. Jasir Taylor, 36. Dion Leonard, 33. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, dude, that's some big shoes there, Dion.
Yeah, bro.
It's going to be weird seeing 33 running around and you're like, but okay.
I'm going to have to get used to that for sure.
And then Xander Horvath coming in at number 45. So anybody looking to get some jerseys, you now have numbers.
Or if you had previous jerseys and you just want to put some duct tape over the name and do a new thing.
Yeah,
for all those
you could
Justin
easily have a
Jackson
Derwin
fans out there, you got a new jersey.
That's true. That is true.
You got a new jersey.
And for all those Melvin Gordon was 25. I thought he was 28. That would have been easy.
He started at 28. And
maybe
then he got 25.
OG Gordon fans,
Right.
you now have a jersey you can make legitimate.
You can now put
And
Spiller
not whining.
on there. Stop whining.
Stop whining.
All right. And then we didn't get a chance to talk about it. We picked up not one, but two players. And the first one was former Bronco defensive back. I forget his first name. Is it Bryce or John Callahan?
Bryce
Callahan, which was awesome to see. Kind of not a huge signing that we were expecting, but, still seeing Staley just collecting defensive backs like infinity stones in his gauntlet. He is just ready.
Catch 'em all.
He's going to snap his fingers and the entire AFC West is going to disappear.
Yeah.
But the bigger name that came out, which was just crazy.
Close to our hearts, really.
Very close to our hearts. And one
I
that
cannot
we
believe
kind of
this,
talked about a little bit. We kind of said, well, maybe this could happen. I don't know. Kyle Van Noy, former Patriots, Super Bowl winner. Kyle Van Noy signs with the Chargers.
Former McQueen state champion.
Even
Kyle
further back, yes.
Van Noy. Kyle, tell. Do tell.
Yeah.
Kyle,
So
talk about Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle and Kyle.
So I've mentioned it a lot. It's kind of like my claim to fame, knowing someone in the NFL.
Right.
But yeah, so my senior year of high school, I moved to Reno, Nevada, and I played for McQueen High School. And that's where that's where Kyle's from. Kyle's from Reno.
Okay.
And he was close family friends with my buddy that already lived up there. And so he was one of the only guys that I had met before I moved up there to play football.
Wow.
But Kyle, obviously, he's in NFL. He's in the NFL for how old am I? 30,
9 years,
almost 10 years. Yeah. So yeah, absolute stud. But he played wide receiver as well as outside linebacker, and he was like an all-state wide. If we didn't run a wing T offense, because this was back in 2008, he would have been an all-state wide receiver as well as an all-state outside linebacker. But I have one fun story.
Ooh,
So
here we go.
Yes.
So there was two guys on our team that they were both. Well, we had 5 D1 athletes, but Kyle was undecided on where he was going to go. He ended up going to BYU, and then Ty York was those were like our 2 big gigantic name players on our team.
Yeah.
Ty ended up going to Cal, and he was an insane running back. But Kyle was like the bigger guy. He played outside linebacker for us. And I remember I showed up, and coach had been talking me up that I was transferring up there. They're like, oh, we got this kid from San Diego. He's a 2-year varsity player already. He's going to come up and fill the spot of a guy that had left the year before. And then when I got there, everyone like looked kind of disappointed. Like they were expecting a lot more than what they got when I showed up with no pads on. So
funny.
I vividly remember the first day of pads in my head thinking, I have to cut in line to match up with Kyle. Like I have to set the tone right away so people understand that I actually can play this game.
Oh shit.
Because the only thing that I had is I played tackle football since I was like 6, 7 years old, however the youngest you can be. And so I could hit. And so I was like, all right, well, I just got to set the tone. So the first day of hitting 2-a-days, we started this drill
like
where
prison, like I got to set the tone. I got to shake the biggest guy.
That's what it is. I had to go after the biggest guy and try to punch him in the mouth. That's what happened. And so the very first hitting drill,
oh my God.
I was not like, you just kind of get in 2 lines, and I had to like cut 2 or 3 people, and they're like, what is this new guy doing cutting? But I cut in line so I could make sure that I paired up with Kyle.
Oh my God.
And so on the very first drill, I went and we thudded pretty good. And he definitely wasn't ready for it yet. And that was like okay, welcome to McQueen football, set the tone. That was the first stepping stone to earning my starting spot senior
oh my
year.
God.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
really, Kyle's a really, really cool dude. I've kept in touch with him a lot. I've seen him a couple of times. Obviously, he lived on the East Coast ever since graduating.
Playing in the National Football League.
Yeah, but I went to a wedding together, and I got to talk to him and hang out. And yeah, he's an awesome dude. He's got a young family as well. I DM'd him right away when he signed the contract, and he was like, "Hey, Doug's excited to get dinner one night. Can't wait to see him." So yeah, I mean, it's so cool having. Not only like obviously I love the Chargers. No, I don't even know any of these guys.
Right.
Yeah.
But this guy's like a friend of mine that I get to go and cheer on every Sunday. I can't wait.
We got to get some Van Noy jerseys for sure.
Oh, done. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
does if you're of the type of people that believe in like superstitious kind of stuff, do you think this, you having such a deep connection with this, is this like a sign to you?
Is this the year?
Is this the
Is
year,
this the
dude?
year?
Do you feel
Yeah,
it?
we're gonna win the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna get invited to all the parties.
Yeah. And we'll be your +2.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus
Okay,
2,
go.
please.
We'll just hang
Yeah.
outside and like wave at you through the window while you're hanging out with Kyle Van
I'll
Noy,
for sure get a +2,
reminiscing
yeah,
about state championships. But it's funny because Adam and I were there watching you
We
win
were.
that championship.
We
So,
were.
You guys did
hey,
come and see.
supporters
for sure.
from the beginning.
We painted faces and beards, so
mean.
we did our
You had a
part.
beard at like
I had a
19,
beard, yes,
20,
absolutely.
whatever we were.
All right, so a little more info on Kyle Van Noy. Van Noy was originally a second-round selection by the Detroit Lions in 2014. I didn't even remember that. Playing 2.5 seasons in the Motor City before being traded to the Patriots. He appeared in 3 straight Super Bowls from 2016 to 2018 seasons with the Patriots. So, yet again, Chargers getting a versatile player, a winning player, a guy that's
The
been
guy's
to
a
the
winner,
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he just wins.
And bringing that kind of mentality. Haley Elwoods, the team reporter for the Chargers, sat down and asked Kyle Van Noy, what made you want to be a Charger? And if his first words weren't because of Kyle the Coach Duggan, I'm going to be shocked.
Me too.
He said, as crazy as it is, I think it's just the impact that this team has, the future, the right now. I'm really excited, and I feel like I can bring a little bit of juice to the table. I have a championship mentality. I know what it takes, and I want to be a part of something special, and they have something special here. Coach Staley's done a great job. He's got great players here. They're a family-oriented organization, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Saying all the right things, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
and everything that I've heard, all of his interviews, even when he went on Pat McAfee, all the stuff that he's done so far, it's like he's so excited to be a Charger.
Yeah.
Which that's what you want. You want these guys that are ready to buy in. They're not just here to get the paycheck. His contract got announced today, and it's nothing like backbreaking as far as the salary cap. I think he got 750. Yeah, he got 750 signing bonus and 1.5 as his as his salary this year. He's getting paid 2.2. You're getting a guy that's won multiple Super Bowls, has been in the league for 9 years, and played 75% of the snaps last year for the Patriots. So the guy just plays. Like I don't trying to think back of following his NFL career. I don't remember a significant time he's ever missed with injury. The guy's just always there.
Yeah, he hasn't. I was looking this up. Somebody posted. Actually, I want to shout out riverslake.org with our boy Mr. Snappy, Senior Snappy. He wrote a really awesome article on it and did a deep dive on Van Noy. And he said basically he's played every season he's been on the team. He's might have had a couple games off for injury, but he's never missed an entire season. So, and we're not having him come in to be like, hey, you have to start. We need all the production out of you. You can come in behind and fill and be fresh and kick some fucking ass.
Yeah. And the guy is like a weird, dynamic, different player. And that obviously fits what Staley wants to do, right? He was trying to bring in these guys that are kind of Swiss Army knives that play multiple positions, whether it be you play inside or you play on the outside as a corner, you play strong safety, free safety, you could play down in the box. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, definitely edge rushers, but can play inside. And then you have Kyle Van Noy, who is an edge rusher for sure. But I think most of the greatness that is Kyle Van Noy is his instinct. It's like he's just a baller. Like once that game starts, the guy just finds the ball. There's some people like that. Like you can have the measurables, that's great. Like you can have the check marks of, oh, I'm this big, this strong, this fast. Kyle just finds the ball. He did it ever since I played with him in high school, and he always does. He's always around the ball somehow. So, and yeah, I think his pass rush from the middle is just as good. The way that he can anticipate and time up the snap and manipulate interior offensive linemen, I think that's what I'm most excited about.
This team just
Drew Tranquill is great at that too. Him blitzing from the middle, we saw it last year. He's incredible. Kenneth Murray, we haven't seen much of anything as far as a pass rush out of him. But if you put Drew and Kyle on the field on third down situations, man, you don't know who's coming, or you bring them both, and he's just a whole nother piece that's so versatile that we got at a bargain for the kind of player that Kyle is.
Do you remember the last time we had this stacked of a defense, like on multiple, like it's not just starting, like guys backing up, the depth we have on this team right now.
Well, that's so
crazy.
That's what's crazy about these last two signings with Bryce and Kyle. It's like those are the kind of signings that you need to have that depth, right? Like you're gonna have to have young guys that step up, but you also need to be able to sign these vets that have been in the league a while that are needing something fresh, a new opportunity, and they're not going to break the bank, and they're on 1-year deals. And so I think that's what's kind of felt different as of late here for the Chargers in this roster.
Absolutely. And then there was one more quote on the interview. He said, "I'm just happy with the opportunity to keep playing going into year 9. I don't take it for granted. Having a long conversation with Coach Staley was really impactful in making my decision to come here." So
Staley is literally the ultimate fisherman.
He's Staley we trust.
He's troll. He's what is it? He's what is it when you throw it behind the boat, all the blood and all the
chumming the water.
Chumming the water.
He's been chumming the NFL waters all off season,
and now he's just biting hook, line, and sinker.
He can't. They have to keep handing him reels to just keep pulling them in. It's just unbelievable.
They go out there with the nets. He's just throwing them in.
Throwing them into the boat, man.
Yeah.
No,
crazy.
Staley is, every time he gets interviewed, no matter what it's on, he was just on like the Rich Eisen show, and every time he talks, all of his answers are completely well thought out. He's not, you never catch him going like, give me a second, let me think about it. He's always just, boom, I've got an answer for you. Cheeseburgers.
With Coach, maybe different.
He always has an answer, and it's always like, inspiring. Like, you could take whatever Staley says, put it on one of those motivational posters, and it will fit in with like everything that
with a cat hanging off a tree.
Yeah, hang in there, baby. Like, that's all it
Hang in there, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a motivational dude, and I think he's getting all the right guys. Obviously, we knew this defense was going to be completely different going into this season, and so far,
But man, is it?
it is an
did we?
overhaul. Like,
Never
This
would
is
have
way
thought.
more than we expected.
Yeah.
for
No.
sure.
and
Way.
honestly, like, I don't think there's anybody that we're hanging on to going like, man, we still got to take care of this guy. It's like, no, like the defense, like, there's studs at every position. Every position. So it's going to be really exciting to see what Staley, it all looks good on paper, right? Like, the names that we have, but until obviously we see them go out there, are we really going to realize like, holy shit, like Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Drew Tranquil, Kyle Van Noy, Derwin James, Asante Samuel Jr., JC Jackson, they're all out there on the field at the same time. Like, that's what's going to be wild. It's like at the same time. It's not like,
I'm ready for this first week. Find out who our first team we're going to play is, because they have no idea what's coming. They're not going to be able to scheme. They're not going to be able to plan. They're not going to be able to know what's going to hit them.
I can't wait.
It's another whole year for these other guys that are coming back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just saw Asante Samuel said in an interview, he's like, "Oh, it's night and day difference. My comfortability with the defense.
Good.
It's night and day. Like, I can now start getting away from the surface level questions that I just didn't know where to line up. So now, like, what are we trying to do here? What's the dot? Like, where are we getting at? So we talk about the guys that are coming in, and yeah, they're huge additions. But at the same time, the guys that we have, a whole nother year in this defense, I think is going to be gigantic.
Big time.
And one thing I want to shout out real quick is very recently on Twitter, a defensive lineman we are big fans of. It was on the podcast. We got a video, Mr. Braden Fajoko hitting a golf ball.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a Charger Chat shirt.
Oh, God.
So that just blew my mind. Apparently, if you do send stuff to the facility, they will get it. So to all you fan letters
Good
that
to
want to
know.
send fan letters, you send it to the facility and it probably might make it there. So thank you, Braden, for rocking the Charger Chat swag.
So cool.
That was really rad. Thank you. And if you want to get a shirt just like Braden Fajoko, go on over to
Cleanest
chargerchat.com.
transition.
Yeah, I
we've
know,
ever had.
right?
I kind
There
of
was no
underhanded
stretch.
it.
Seamless.
It
I
wasn't
kind of
a
underhanded
reach.
soft toss
Yeah.
that to you.
That was
Knock
an alley
shit
oop.
out.
That was too clean.
All right. Go to chargerchat.com if you want to get one of those shirts. We've also got hoodies and stickers, and you can chat with other members in the Charger Chat section and also ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check it out, chargerchat.com. All right. Well, now we've got to go to this interview. I'm chomping at the bit to get it to you guys because it is such a good interview. It's one of our newest players, Mr. Jasir Taylor.
Let's go.
Can't wait. Let's go.
As soon as that clock starts, your ass is mine.
When I met Justin Herbert, man, that dude is big as hell.
The goal is to just keep it rolling.
Come in hype because we have a lot of things to be excited about.
All right, guys, we are back with another Bolt Insight, and we are super pumped to have Jasir Taylor, our newest Charger. How's it going, Jasir?
It's going good. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, our pleasure. We're so pumped to have you. We're excited you're a Charger, and we want to get to know a little bit more about you. So let's kind of jump into it. Like, it's been about a week since you got the call. What was the lead up to the draft like for you, and what did it feel like when you actually got the call?
Yeah, lead up to the draft, just training, prepping, hoping to get a combine invite. When those invites came out, I didn't get one. So tailoring my training just to peak at Pro Day and make sure I put my best performance out there to catch some eyes of some scouts. And even before that, I had to go to the East-West Shrine game, a whole week of just practice and meetings with the scouts in the game just to showcase my skills, which I felt like I excelled at and caught a couple people's eyes. And since then, my buzz was going up. And then after Pro Day, I put up some good numbers, had some interviews with teams, went on a visit with the Chargers, and then it was draft day. And me and my agent spoke about it. I kind of knew if I had a possibility to get my name called, it was going to be on day 3. And we had a list of teams that were feeling me that I think would be able to call my name. And it was just a long day sitting there waiting, seeing people get called, hoping that I'm up next. And every time a corner was called, I was cheering because I knew I was moving up. And the Chargers called me, and it was like a dream come true. I thought I was gonna. Every time I envisioned it, like even before the draft and years in college, I always thought I would have tears of joy. But it wasn't like that. I was smiling ear to ear. I was pumped up. I was ready to play once I got the call.
Oh, that's so awesome, man. And that's an interesting thing you bring up, the idea that, like, what's your mindset when you go into these workouts when you don't have the combine, but you have your pro day and you have these other days? What is the buildup to that day like? I'm sure it's a little stressful because you want to show these coaches, you want to show the league what you got.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say stressful. It's just when opportunity comes, just make the most of it. I felt like I did that, especially with the Chargers, because after my pro day, I had a private workout with them. I felt really good in drills. And then a week later, they invited me up for a visit, and I killed the visit. So I felt like a lot of things with the Chargers went the way I planned, and I felt like I put my best foot forward with them. So all my hope was for them to call me, and it's a perfect situation to be in. We have great guys on the defense, young and veterans out there. So it's a lot of knowledge out there for me to learn and become a better player.
Well, and that's kind of interesting too. Like, I did a little deep dive on your history and your play. And in high school, you were a offensive player. And I was looking it up. You had 1 year where you had 1,300 all-purpose yards and 13 touchdowns. Like, how do you go from being that productive in high school as an offensive player, and then you're drafted as a defensive back? Like, what's the process? How did you go from that to that?
Yeah, so in high school, like as you said, I was offense. I always thought I was going to be offense at the next level. And I got interest from Wake Forest probably late into my senior year, November, December, a couple months before signing day. And the twist was they wanted me to play corner. I had no idea they see me as a corner, and they flew out to a playoff game. And of course, the game that they came to, I caught an interception. So
nice.
I was like, okay, maybe they know something I don't. So I just took a leap of faith and decided to just play defense in a great conference at a great school and just get better. I was there for 5 years, same situation as now. I was there with some older guys, some younger guys, a lot of people to learn from. And I put a lot into my craft, and it paid off.
Well, yeah, and that's interesting. The 5th year, was that the COVID year? Is that you got the extra? So what was it like going back and having an extra year to play college football? Because college football is kind of nothing quite like college football.
Yeah, it was great. I played as a true freshman, so after my senior year was over, I thought I was done and taking a next step into the league. And then COVID hit, and they announced a rule where you can have an extra year, and I was just excited because I felt like it was just another year to be with the guys I came in with, try to win a championship at the college level, and just get better film out there. So it worked out well. I'm glad I made the most of the opportunity, but it was a lot going back for another year, but it was great.
That's cool. And then I wanted to ask, because you also are a returner. So like when you're returning, is it you getting like a little piece of that offensive mind that you used to be back in the day? Does it kind of translate there a little bit for you?
Yeah. So the story with that, when I got to Wake, I always wanted to return because, offensive minded, offensive guy. So I've been begging to get back there all 4 or 5 years I was there. But I finally got my number called my senior year, and the first kick I got, I took it back. So it was kind of,
damn, your first kick, you took it back?
Yeah, my first time on kick return, I took it back. So
awesome.
I was like, I told you I could do it. Like, I've been waiting. It was just a great moment, and I enjoyed every bit of being back there. So hopefully I get the opportunity to do that at the Chargers. If not, any other special team I'm willing to do.
Awesome, man. Well, and we got a quote from Coach, like as soon as you were drafted, the Chargers went on, and, the Coach Staley and Tom Telesco would kind of give us some thoughts on who they drafted. And Coach said about you, he said he's a 2-time captain at Wake Forest. He's played inside and outside. We just feel like he's a DB we would like to join up with. So to like go back to like the first part with the 2 year of a team captain, why do you think coaches and organizations look at captains a little differently? Like what is it about being a team captain, especially for 2 years?
Teams want leaders. If you have a full roster of leaders who are at another level, it just makes things flow better. Walkthroughs, practice, just setting a standard on the field. You don't have to worry about guys lacking behind because you all have leaders out there, good guys So just having that in your background kind of gives the coaches some security, knowing that they can put you out there and trust you and that you'll fit right in with the culture there.
Yeah, and the culture has really kind of changed as like, as a Charger. It's kind of interesting. Since Staley showed up, like, I don't know, there's just something different about the locker room, at least from when we hear the stories from the inside. So, wanted to get your thoughts on it. Like this roster, I've been a Charger fan for as long as I can remember. I don't remember us having a roster like we're about to have this year. And you're very much a part of that. What does it feel like stepping into the NFL, but stepping, you're not on the team picking first. You're stepping into a team that is supposed to do some big things this year. What does that feel like?
It's exciting. It's a great opportunity just to come in to an organization who's expected to win. That raises the bar for a lot of players. There's, like you said, a different sense of urgency, standard. And one of my best friends is a Chargers fan. And when Staley came around, he's just been preaching about him in the group chat. And then now that I'm a part of the team, I kind of get to see what he was talking about. And then the roster is great offense, a bunch of weapons, great quarterback, and defense. We just got a bunch of ballers out there, guys who's taking head off, flying around. It's just fun football out there, like electrifying on offense. And then on defense, we're setting the tone, hitting people, flying around, making plays. So, like, I'm getting excited talking about it. It's a great opportunity, but we may look good on paper, but we got to put it out there each week. So I'm excited.
You're getting me excited about it. And then specifically the DB room, like I think this has become this like strong force of this defense and this team. And it's exciting. Like you're going to have teammates like Derwin, JC, Michael Davis, Asante Samuel Jr. There's just a lot of names. Nas Adderley. Like, what is it going to be like for you stepping into a room like that where there's a lot of proven guys? What's that going to do for your game?
Yeah, it's definitely going to take my game to the next level. Multiple guys that you name are already at great points in their career. So it's just a lot I can take from them, being that it's my first year. I'm trying to soak in the knowledge from everybody, from Derwin. We just added Bryce. So he's been playing in this system, playing nickel a while. So that's a guy I'm going to try to get around to learn from. And then, of course, JC, he has a lot of interception. He gets around the ball, and he's one of the best corners in the league. So just having those guys in my room to mentor me, learn a lot from, is definitely going to take my game to the next level.
What's the kind of, from everything we heard last year, Coach Staley's defensive scheme is pretty difficult to like wrap your head around. I don't even know what that means. Like I kind of know the X's and O's of football, but I don't know what that means. From what you've heard, from what you've seen, what's the transition going to be like for you stepping into learning this new playbook?
Yeah, it's gonna be different. A lot to learn in not a little bit of time. I'm going up there on Wednesday, so I'll be starting the playbook then, and then the season is coming. So as long as you perfect your craft, stay in the film room, take great notes, and even off the field, once you leave the building, it should be looking over your notes, just watching film. Like, this is my job now, so I'm going to pour everything into it and make sure I learn the playbook, because once you learn the playbook, you can go out there and play comfortable, fast. You don't have to think too much. And once you get that, I feel like you'll be rolling.
Absolutely, man. Well, last question for you. Thank you so much again for your time. This has been so rad getting to know you better. What do you want, everyone listening and watching, what do you want Charger fans to know about you?
First and foremost, I'm excited to meet the whole Charger fan base. I get a lot of love on Twitter and social media from them, so I can't wait to see them at training camp, at the games, and just get to interact with them. But on my side, is just going to get a kid who's coming in to work hard and just try to make this team improve. I'm trying to push for the playoffs, Super Bowl. We want all these goals, and I'm setting them high now. And you guys are going to get the best out of me each and every week.
All right, man. Well, we're pulling for you. We're really excited you're a Charger, and we can't wait to watch you ball out.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Mr. Taylor, welcome. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, for sitting down with Mr. Huggin. I mean, what an interesting story and mentality too. Like when he was talking about cheering for corners getting picked before him, like every time he saw a corner get picked, he's like, yes, more corners, get him off the board. Like that, because it just meant that he was getting that much closer to getting
bumped
picked.
down. Yeah.
That's such an interesting concept.
I love the idea that he, was an offensive player in high school and didn't really play defense really, and now he's had 4 years of playing, 5 years technically with the COVID year.
Sure, yeah.
So he's still molding. He's still getting there. So just like 2-time captain, like just his energy, like he just feels like he's going to be a really special player for us.
How about taking his first kick return back to the house?
Money.
Awesome.
Cash.
So cool.
Man, that's when, as a coach, you just feel like the biggest idiot. You just like, there's just some times where you just miss, and they miss not having him returning kick. How do you, like, looking back, it's so logical. This guy's a wide receiver, stud, 1,300 all-purpose yards, scores all these touchdowns. You recruit him to be a corner. Okay, whatever they saw, that's fine. But like, let the guy go return kicks at practice and see what he can do.
Put the ball in his hand. Let him see what he still got it. He didn't just forget how to run 1,300 yards.
No, that's so cool. Wait, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's like, is this a bike?
Coach,
how do I ride this?
Am I doing it right?
This bike.
Yeah, that obviously we're excited to have you, bud, and can't wait to see you hit the field. So
pulling for you and excited for this whole secondary. Like our draft picks, all the guys we got, like this is going to be just a ferocious kind of practice. Like all of them getting together, they're gonna, metal sharpens, iron sharpens iron.
There you
so
go.
It's gonna
nice.
Metal doesn't sharpen metal. Iron
close.
sharpens
Some
iron.
metals sharpen metals, and one of those metals is iron.
Thank you. Tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
All right. Well, if you guys keep an eye out for number 36, Jasir Taylor, out there when he hits the field.
It's our boy.
That is our boy.
Blue. My boy.
All right. Well, now let's go on over to Fan Focus. Go on over to somebody from Iowa. Let's see who it is.
Matt.
Not Brian Balaga.
Brian Balaga.
All right, guys, we are back with another Fan Focus, and we are super pumped to have Matt from Evansdale, Iowa. What is going on, Matt?
Just got home from work, and I'm really excited to be on with you guys. Listen to your show every week, and just couldn't wait for this.
Awesome, man. Well, we're pumped to meet you. And, let's kick it off with, how did you become a Charger fan?
Pretty much birth. I mean, I was born in Balboa Naval Hospital, the old pink hospital by the zoo, and have been a fan as long as I can remember. Was always on the Dan Fouts, Wes Chandler, Charlie Joyner, Kellen Winslow. That's what I grew up on.
You've been through the roller coaster of Charger fandom, it sounds like.
Oh yeah. There's lots of bad, but so much good.
Yeah.
There's like 4 big moments that really stick out to me. The first one was the epic in Miami when Winslow blocked those 2 field goals.
Yeah.
And it sent us on to, Cincinnati, which we kind of got robbed there. But I remember when they were carrying him off the field, I remember crying during that game because it was just, I was like 11 years old and I was so emotionally attached to it, and then in 94, we went to the Super Bowl, Junior Seau's played against the Steelers and he's got a stinger and he can only, one arm's dangling and he made 17 solo tackles. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And then there was a game in 2002 when Tim Dwight, who used to play for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Oh yeah.
As a matter of fact, LT is they're playing the Patriots and they're on the 40 and they hand up like a power 50. LT goes up the middle, breaks it to the outside, takes it down the sideline, and Tim Dwight from nowhere goes flying by LT, and there's 2 Patriots that have the angle on LT. They can knock him out at the 10, and Tim Dwight pushes both of them into the end zone, and LT walks in.
Awesome.
That was absolutely amazing. And then Herbert's throw against the Giants last year was just
beautiful.
I don't even know what to say about it. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Gets hit in the back and puts it 60 yards in the air right in the breadbasket. It was so there's been highlights, there's been some lowlights too, but
yeah, a
lot of highlights that really make you emotionally involved and connect you to the team.
No, for sure. I love the remembering the little details. It's, I don't remember full games, but I remember little moments like that. I remember where I was. So like, that's amazing.
Oh yeah. I was at a friend's house that actually lived across the street from me, and he was a huge Steelers fan, has been his whole life, just like I've been a Chargers fan. And so the Steelers are marching down the field, time's running out, it looks like they're going to, throw a pass in the end zone and win the game and go to the Super Bowl. And I can't remember what the linebacker's name was, but he knocked it down in the end zone, and that's what put the Chargers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now we went on to get waxed by San Francisco, but that was incredible.
Yeah.
Just winning the AFC Championship that year was incredible.
I remember that one vividly, watching it with my dad, and we were all like freaking out. We ran outside, running down the street. All these people came out of their houses, were all freaking out. Just like vivid. Like Coach was like 2 or something. He was just like trying to catch up in his diapers. But yeah, it was good memories. But let's jump ahead to what just happened. We just had a draft. We just added some awesome new players. What are your thoughts on what we did in the draft?
It was a meat and potatoes draft, and it had Brandon Staley's fingerprints all over it. I mean, he could have walked up to the podium and say, "I, Brandon Staley, select this player," because he picked guys that were perfect for what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Strong, intelligent, versatile. They can play, all over the line. They can play all over the secondary, running back that can catch passes. And the offensive line, you've got guys drafted that have played guard, center, tackle on both sides. I mean, all the way up and down the line, and have given up nothing over the course of their college career. I mean, nothing. So you can't beat guys like that. Plus, they're super intelligent.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was an exciting day, and it's kind of cool to see them go after so many running backs. I guess they're seeing what we're seeing and needing to get Austin and RB2. That's gonna be a loaded running back room with who we signed and who we brought in off the undrafted guys.
Right, and Spiller should have been a second-round pick. In any other year, when running backs mattered more, that guy is going in the late first round, second round, and to get him in the fourth was incredible. He's going to be a big addition, I think. It's something we've needed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting, man. It's exciting time to be a Charger fan for sure. And
I wish the season started tomorrow.
I know. I'm so ready
for this year.
So ready.
Yeah. At least training camp, so we can start hearing about people, like what they're doing, The
battles are going to be fun, man. There's a lot of guys that could play in a lot of different positions on this offensive line next year. Who's going to be our right tackle? Who's going to be our backup running back? Like, there's just a lot of questions we need answered.
Where people are going to fit in the secondary.
Exactly.
You got that JT Woods he could play Derwin's position, and Derwin could come into the box. I don't know, JC Jackson. How are people going to throw on us?
They're not going to even get a chance to throw because of the edge rushers coming.
Yeah. Yeah. That. And then how are they going to run with the beef we just put in front of it's unbelievable. Yeah. I've never been so pumped for the season to start.
My catchphrase for this defense is it's not pick your poison, it's all poison. You're just going to have to swallow it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I hope you live.
Yeah, good luck.
All right.
Get that insurance policy set up. Make sure you're good to go back there.
You better start microdosing oleander or something, because it's coming.
It's coming, man. But dude, thank you so much. It was so awesome chatting with you, Matt, and having you on, and learning more about you. And dude, we appreciate all your support, brother.
Oh, love the podcast. I love the interaction you guys have. It's my favorite thing of the week. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. That means a lot to us. And let's stay in touch, and hopefully we can meet up at a game or something in the future and throw one back. SoFi is on my bucket list, that's for sure. All right, well, we will be there. You just let us know when you're going, and we'll hook it up, man. So sounds good. Again, we appreciate you and your time, man. And stay in touch. I will. Love you. Bye. Okay, love you. Bye.
Matt, what a tumultuous fandom that you have endured with
the long run.
Yeah, I mean, going back to seeing the Epic in Miami and Tim Dwight in 2002, like that's a diehard fan right there, and who's stuck through all of that. And I mean, talk about getting emotional. I mean, I can just remember now calling you guys on the last game last year, and just it's just like I'm crying. I don't know what's going on. I was just a puddle of tears. I love it. I love hearing about people getting emotional about football in that regard, when it's just like just your emotions are on edge. You had to kind of jab in there that Coach was in diapers during that one win running down the street. He was trying to run down the street, but he couldn't run that. His legs were like, 18 inches long. What do you want to do?
I was probably on my big wheel chasing after you.
Guys, wake up.
I used to wear the swim goggles all the time too, even when we weren't swimming. So you're probably wearing those and riding your tricycle. It's pretty epic.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
It was
probably looks sick doing it.
Right.
It was
dope
style.
as It was a choice. All right. Well, Matt from Iowa, thank you for sitting down and chatting
Thanks,
with
brother.
Kev, Hug,
It was
and
a
Duggan.
pleasure meeting you, man.
Love talking to everybody all across the country. And now it is time to go on to the next segment. It is Ask Boltfam. Here we go.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
All right, gang. Well, Ask Boltfam is coming in hot and heavy, and we started off with Hank Zilla, who asks
Certified.
Guys, let me stop. Let me make sure. There's a lot of new faces
I don't
here.
know. That sounds pretty freaking fresh.
All right. We'll find out after the question, but he's got one that goes something like this. Hello, my dearest Bolt fam. This free agency and draft has been amazing. I'm as excited as Derek Carr getting a new eyeliner. It's not surprising the Raiders fans wear so much makeup, though. They are all f***ing clowns. The Raiders. Well, except the female Raider fans, because they are unfuckable as it is.
Oh, God.
Suck it, pirate hookers. Shout out. Oh, this is a great follow-up. Shout out to all the Bolt fam moms out there.
Oh, God.
Happy belated Mother's Day. I am lucky to say my mom is the matriarch of Chargers fandom in our family. It's quite wonderful, actually. She has been rocking the blue and gold since the Fouts era and has spawned 3 diehard Charger fans. Thanks, Mom. We know Suzanne Eckler is an awesome Bolt mom. I'm sure we would all love to party with her at SoFi. Am I right? So my question is, how do the moms in your lives feel about Bolts? Do they rock the Bolt Pledge of Allegiance or just tolerate your fanatical tomfoolery? Thanks and all my love to you poppets.
That was intense.
Wow.
That was a good, dude.
That
I
was a
love
roller
you. Took
coaster.
a hard left.
Yeah.
We were heading downtown, and you went straight left to the suburbs on that one, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was intense.
All right.
Love it. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for
This
joining
is
us.
certified. This is a unique voice. This
Yeah.
feels certified fresh.
Okay, so certified fresh. Here's the new deal with the certified freshness.
What?
If you're listening to this and Kevin calls you certified fresh, but you're not, and you know what episode you were on, you need to tweet at Charger Chat Podcast and tell us, Kevin, I'm not certified fresh, and with the episode that you were on, and we'll send you a free sticker because Kevin needs to be controlled. Somebody has to.
Somebody's got to
put him
rein
on a
him in.
leash.
He's out of
shit.
control.
Guys,
He's
we're
out of
going into the
control.
red so fast on this podcast. Get ready.
We're doing 10 to 15 stickers an
At
episode.
least that many.
That'll put us right into the red.
Yeah. Tighten it
Like
up.
2
Kev.
stickers is going to put us in the red.
Yeah.
We're boys.
We just climbed down in the red.
That's want my $6.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go, folks. If you're not certified fresh, call them out. Damn it. I'm tired of it. We've had it up to here.
We're all tired of Kevin's shenanigans, including Kevin.
All right. Well, the question, Bolt moms, how do the matriarchs and I'll say the significant others who are mothers in your families, how do they tolerate the chargerness of it all?
Kevin, go ahead.
I think our mom has been put through so much football in her life. And like literally, we've talked about this a long time ago. Our dad was a head football coach, and he used to put mom up on a ladder scouting other teams. Like
Other
she didn't get to
12-year-old
watch
kids playing football.
She didn't get to
Pop
watch
Warner.
us play. She was filming the scout team, the scout for the other team.
We're playing in Rancho Bernardo. Mom's in Oceanside.
Valley
getting
Center.
scout film.
She's somewhere else. She wants to watch her sons
Not
play
even
football.
in the same county.
No.
Not according to Papa Duggan. So she's a team player. I don't know if she has the full, she doesn't bleed the powder blue.
Here's what I think. I think mom likes the Chargers, but she doesn't really like football anymore.
No, she doesn't like how shitty the Duggan men get after we lose. I think that's what really bumps her out. But she still she wears Charger jerseys. She's still our mom, and she's gonna support us till the day we die. So she supports us. She supports the Chargers. She's a diehard supporter. So that's our mom.
She would rather be effective with her Sundays and get chores done for the week than sit there for 3 hours and watch a football
and watch her husband cry.
Yeah. Sorry, Dad. No, but that's not true though. Dad does not cry about
he gets
games.
angry.
He just gets angry.
He gets angry.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
You cry
a little bit.
You pout.
I got a little of the emotional side of it.
You
but
slam doors.
I get angry.
You're the firstborn. You get pouty.
It's anger that turns into weeping tears. I don't know how that came about, but it is what it is.
What about your wife, Kevin?
She is I think we're coming around. She's been a Packer fan since before she was born. Like her family, like she grew. It's like how we were. She was predestined to be
there for a second.
Like she didn't have a choice. What I mean is she didn't have a choice. Like that was her family.
Gotcha.
So she's been on the waiting list to get season tickets to the
Be
Packers.
a Packer fan or get out.
Yeah, like you have to get on a waiting list. There have been people on the waiting list she's been on the waiting list for, I'm not going to say her age, but it's been a long time. And when those come up, I'm not paying for them. But that's besides the point. She supports the Chargers, and I love her more than anything in the world. So she deals with me on Chargers Sundays.
Yeah,
but we've seen her wearing Charger stuff. You posted that on Instagram.
She rocks it. All her sons, like literally my third son has been picking what he wants to wear every day. He's been picking Charger stuff the last 4 days.
Attaboy. Boy.
And he's wearing like 12-month-old like shirts where he's walking around all like, because he's 2 years old. So he's like walking around. He just wants to wear Charger stuff. So we're gonna bring her into the fold. We're
looking like Jamal Davis out there.
He looks big. He looks mean. He looks mean. If you were to do the ratio of where he is at 2 to where he could be, he's gonna be a Clydesdale for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then how about Hillary?
Hillary is this is the issue that we've run into lately is we have 2 kids now and about to have a third, and they do not sit through a football game. And my wife loves the Chargers. She really, really does. She loves sitting there and watching. She'll sit there and watch an entire game. Her dad was a big leaguer in baseball for like 10, 12 years.
Oh, wow.
So she loves sports. She could sit there all day and just hang out and watch, and she'll doodle on her phone, but she loves the Chargers. But it hurts her that that's like one of her sacrifices. She lets me watch the game and she'll kind of monitor the boys. So she'll be in and out.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Hillary loves the Chargers. And I think that's the hardest part is she loves them so much and she can't
we need
to get like
enjoy it.
We need a running babysitter for Sundays.
I think you should like a Charger nanny. Just somebody that comes in no matter when the Chargers play. You don't even have to schedule it. They can find out what the schedule is with the Chargers. They come in and watch the boys.
As soon as the Charger schedule gets announced, I just give it to them and I need these 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just give me these 3 hours.
Make it for us so you can pre-party a little bit.
Well, I'm at church usually before the game, so
just extra
can't
shot of communion wine, please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
And my mom, she was never a huge football fan in general. Like we would have football on to watch, and even since we've been doing the Charger chat, I think she probably just felt bad for the Chargers not winning the Super Bowl, and so every year is just a damn it. And I think she kind of felt bad, but I think now with this addition of Justin Herbert and and seeing how well he plays and just how good of a guy he is, she's definitely become way more invested. Like
nice.
Previous Sundays where it's just going to be like, okay, I'm going to go shopping for 3 hours. You guys enjoy your little football thing.
Yeah.
And now she's like, she's on the couch and she's rooting for him. So it's been a complete a complete change for Mama Wolldog. So
Wolldog.
Yeah. So the moms have been very supportive there. Hank Zilla. So thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Kevin Kernick, who asks the question.
Hey, Kev.
Not really a question off the top of my head, but Bolt Chat coach knows Kyle Van Noy from high school. Boltfam needs details, needs them now.
That's my favorite voice.
The Valley Girl.
The Valley Girl's too much.
How to Kyle and a Kyle. Well, if you listen to the beginning of the episode, I think Kyle broke it down pretty clearly.
More stories. We need something else.
Give us one more little tidbit if you can.
Something.
I'm trying to think. So I do remember when he was getting recruited in high school, coach would have letters for him every single day. And I remember his process of filtering, and don't judge the man by this. This is when we were 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Time has passed.
Him and the other guy on our team, Ty York, that were super heavily recruited, they would get letters every single day. And they'd be like, Kyle and Ty would be like, hey, why are your letters? Like, oh, they're all printed. He's like, oh, I got a handwritten one today. That was like how they filtered if the coaches were actually interested.
Oh, interesting.
If they got handwritten letters, or they would just like the mock, like send out a gajillion of these things.
Oh, nice.
Greetings, Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah. Just insert
in robot voice.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of more. I'll try to go back in the memory bank. Ask my wife. I have the worst memory I think I have early onset dementia. I have
Don't say that. It's too soon.
I cannot remember anything.
What if we get you and him? What if we get you and him together on the same Zoom and you can reminisce in front of all of us?
Well, we'll try. I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to come on the pod.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to hear.
We just want to know
Hercules.
Efforts being made. So
that's all I want to hear.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Kevin Kernick, for asking the question. Let's move it on now to JTex03.
Certified fresh. I'm not sending a sticker.
Who asked the question?
Yo, what's up, CC gang? A question. Now that it's baseball season and knowing that y'all grew up in San Diego, y'all must be fans of the Padres, right? So my question is this. Before the whole moving to L.A. thing started, did the city of San Diego love the Chargers as much as they love the Padres now? I was born and raised in L.A., so naturally I was raised liking the Dodgers, but I rooted for the Chargers even when they were in San Diego. I just want to know if the city has had as much love for them as they do for the Padres now. Another question, would you rather your significant others be Raider fans or have your kids grow up to be the stinking Ray turds? Thanks again, and hey, the Raiders. K, love you, bye.
All right. Well,
it's a good question.
It's a good question, and it's
two good questions.
It's a little sticky because it's that whole.
I think it's hard. I think I have an interest. I have an insight on this right now. I think the love for the Padres right now is so strong because of the lack of like dividing between teams, and they're exciting because they have some really good players on that team. It's kind of what the Chargers have become now. There were a lot of years at the end there where we didn't have the best rosters and we weren't putting the best product on the field, and you can see that who was in the stands those last 4 or 5 years that I would go to games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is hard because anytime there's a good team, everyone comes out in San Diego. When the Chargers were really good, it was incredible.
It was amazing.
Everyone had flags on their cars. You would see banners up in restaurants. The grocery store would be full of advertisements, all that kind of stuff. But then on the down years, it would be kind of a lull. And right now, the San Diego Padres are. And yes, to answer the first question, yes, me and Kevin are Padre fans. I don't know if Wolldog has a strong affiliation.
If I had to pick a team, it would be Padres. Yeah,
fair enough. All right, we're a Padre podcast. Good.
Yeah. But I think that since they do have a lot of really good talent right now, it's easy to be big time Padre fans. But I also think there's a part of it that's people are mad that the Chargers left. And so they're almost like we'll show you
double
how good
down
fans we
double
are.
Down.
Like, oh, you thought that we weren't good fans. That's why you went to LA. Oh, watch this. And so they kind of doubled down on the Padres. And that's our only top tier professional sports team that we have right now.
Right.
We don't have basketball. We
goals.
have minor league hockey. We have minor league stuff, but they're our only top of the food chain professional sports team. So
right.
Everyone's kind of gone all in on the Pods.
It's kind of cool to see the kind of focus of that, like the focus of like this whole city. Like this is the one event that you can go to that's like a big ticket thing. And
Yeah.
You know, I
went to the game. I went to the game on Mother's Day and we had a walk-off home run. And it was
You went to
awesome.
the game? Oh my God.
yeah.
That was amazing. 9th inning walk-off.
So
wow.
It was so good. We were getting smoked the whole game.
Yeah, no offense.
We had our backup catcher come in, pinch hit with two outs in the 9th. And he just first pitch smashed it 440 for the W.
Beauty.
Sorry, Dodger fans. I know you don't want to hear
Dodger
this,
fans.
but it was nice.
Doesn't matter. Everyone in the NL West is good this year.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right. And then the follow-up. Would you rather your significant other or your kids?
This is easy. This is the easiest
Really?
answer. My kids cannot be Raider fans because they are leaving
lot
my
of them,
legacy. That is
Yeah.
my legacy. My legacy is Charger fans. I need them to spread that to their family tree. So that's easy.
So
That's good.
So
That's a good answer.
So if your wife, you're going in, it's Sunday, and you're going in to give her a kiss, but she's got silver and black makeup all over her face, and she's got these big spikes on her shoulders. Are you really going to be okay with that?
That's why I have a home office. I just lock the door.
Yeah, 4 months a year. You guys just don't hang out on
Just
Sundays.
don't spend time together.
Okay.
So you know, but Josie's too smart of a person to be a Raider fan. So this is she's just too educated.
Sure. So, but you would pick Josie
for the legacy aspect of this question.
Well,
I'm
and
going
it's just
with
sheer numbers,
Right.
right? That's 4
4 to 1.
4 to 1.
That's easy.
And then grandkids also, like later on down the road, all of your sons will have offspring.
Sure.
Like the numbers alone, you kind of sacrifice your
if we're
wife.
gonna build a fan base, you got to start with the kids. The older spouses, leave them where they are. Okay, let's work on
They're
the youth.
Stuck. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, J-Tex.
I hope my wife doesn't listen to this episode talking shit about not buying her season tickets,
I'm
talking
gonna
shit
text
about
her.
this.
Yeah.
Please,
She'll be
Josie, don't listen to this episode.
All right. Well,
Happy Mother's Day.
If she's gotten to this point, it's too late.
Happy Mother's Day.
Jay,
As he's in your
She's at home with my kids
Right.
for like 3 weeks. And
you're
I'm
like, you'll be lucky if
No,
your
it's
key
5
opens
weeks.
the front door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
JTex03, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Carl Bollingtoft,
Morning, Toff.
who asked the question.
Yo, my dudes, long time no questions, but I'm still turning in. Can't wait for the new season, but luckily I have my local football. Sorry, you Americans, a soccer team I can follow every week during NFL's long downtime. Forza FC Copenhagen. By the way, how do you spend the weight? How any other sports you follow, or are you in full Charger junkie withdrawal mode? Oh well, the new season is coming. The defense looks stacked, and it's been a pleasant off-season awaiting. Bolt up, buddies. Love from Soccerland across the pond.
Miss you, Carl. It's nice to have you back.
I love it when you give me words that have O's with lines through them. That's just great. I know exactly how to pronounce that. All right. So off season, what are we watching any sports, or are we just sticking with Chargers?
What do you got, Kyle?
Yeah, obviously we talked about it in this last
Baseball.
question. We watched the pods,
Yeah.
and then I'm a big Liverpool supporter, so I watch some soccer as well.
I'm a Kings fan, so I'll watch them. Now we're in the playoffs, so
they're getting absolutely massacred
They're
last
at-
couple games.
no, it's tied up 2-2 now. So
They won last night.
Quick
Okay.
just had a shutout. So yeah, I dabble. It's I have nothing quite like the Chargers, where I will literally drop what I'm doing and plan my schedule to not miss a game or to miss like a press conference or something. Like the Chargers are that for me. I don't quite have that equivalent. So I do feel like I'm kind of in this like ether floating kind of weird world where I don't really
We don't have any other
purpose.
podcasts,
Really?
right? We don't
No.
have a podcast on other teams.
No.
so.
No. I catch up on movies is what I catch up on. Movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
Really my off season. That's my go-to. But baseball, hockey, and movies.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I'll watch a game if it's on, but I'm not out seeking baseball. So I'm good. Just, refreshing my Twitter, looking for Charger news and stuff. Because
Doubling down on
especially for
Chargers.
this off season. This off season's been crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, like
way more interesting than last year. That's for
Right.
damn sure.
That's my sport. I look for new news on the Chargers. Who did we sign today? Tell me, Twitter. So
Do you guys watch any of the USFL stuff yet?
I keep forgetting when it's on.
Yeah, it's Saturday. It's mostly Saturdays, and they have like one game on Sunday.
I've been watching more of the fan controlled football league that Eckler's doing. Have you seen that?
Ridiculous.
It's so
ridiculous.
fun. It is so much fun.
Backyard football.
Oh,
It's
dude,
crazy.
I love it. So, like, I don't want to watch real football. I want to watch like Mickey Mouse football. This is the perfect kind of like not football I need.
Okay.
Got it.
So,
Mickey Mouse football.
if you haven't watched,
boy.
football, oh boy,
Flea flicker.
So, if you haven't checked that out, go check it out because it's pretty fun.
How do
It's
you
fun.
even watch that though? Is it on, like,
You can get it. They stream it, but you can Eckler. If you follow him on Instagram, he always posts his reactions to plays and stuff.
I've
'cause
seen those. Yeah, yeah.
It's
that's crazy.
just too much fun. It's just too much fun.
All right. Well, Mr. Bowlingtoff, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Aaron, who asked the question.
I'm curious what you guys' theory is on the reason two separate coaching regimes waste a 53-man roster spot on quarterback 3 Easton Stick year in and year out. Ain't no team going to be poaching him from our practice squad if he was put on it using the new expanded practice squad and eligibility rules made because of COVID.
But we like Easton Stick.
We like him. I don't ever want to see him on the field. I don't ever. I don't know. This is a really good question. I don't have an answer for this. I really don't.
Well, I think for a lot of the games last season, even though he was on the team, like he didn't suit up. He was just one of those guys that just didn't suit up. He was just always just kind of held in the cupboard just in case or something. So I don't think he's necessarily taken up room. And plus, he's on a rookie contract. Like, and we drafted him in like what, the 4th or something like that?
I think he's coming up on. No, it was later than that. It was late.
So it was a late draft pick.
But I think he's coming up on the end of a This might be the last year.
Yeah, this is his last year. 2022 is his last year. He's making $1 million total. His cap hit's $1 million.
$1 million. And he's doing, and he's has to do less than Chase Daniel, which is crazy. And he's still making $1 million as a. If you want to learn anything from this, have your kids become quarterbacks.
Right.
Whether they're good or not, as long as they can get to the league, they're going to be millionaires.
Right.
They don't have to go on the field. They can just hang out in the practice room. They're going to make $1 million.
Right.
Yeah, but his question is, why are we not just putting him on the practice squad? Why is he taking up a spot on the 53-man? I guess we really were worried that some team was going to come in and steal Easton Stick. I don't know. I don't think that he's that big of a like, oh shoot, can't lose him. I do agree that if since we have so many guys now, like we brought in so many dudes that in the defensive backfield, you can't keep them all on there. And we have a lot
some more
of depth and
DBs
quality.
ready to be activated for sure. I agree.
So I do think that there will be 2 active quarterbacks this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a third on the practice squad in case somebody goes down and you need to pop him up. But if you're not dressing him, why have him on the 53-man roster? I agree. It's not like Easton Stick is, holy cow, what would we do if he left type of idea. If we get down to our third quarterback, we're in some deep doo-doo anyway. So.
Right, exactly.
We're calling Tyrod Taylor.
All right. Well, Aaron, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Gonk Droid 69, who asked the question.
How did Salyer fall to round 6? There's reports of him shutting down everyone from Hutchinson to Will Anderson, projected top 3 pick next year. Do you think that he could start at guard or tackle?
It is surprising. I mean, for as much as everybody's been talking this guy up, that he fell to round 6, a guy that was projected round 2, like, obviously, I don't think it's a character issue because we just kind of stay clear from those kind of guys. So
it's from what I've heard other people talk about is like the measurables. Like he just didn't perform that well in like the combine stuff. Like he's a football player. He's one of those guys Kyle always talks about where he balls. He doesn't measure. So, you know, we'll see.
Take him. I'll take it
all day. We're here to watch football. We're not here to watch the combine.
Right.
Wasn't there a story out there that Kirby Smart, his coach at Georgia, like called up Staley? Like, what are you guys doing that don't let this guy slide?
Is that true?
I think I heard one of the guys that we drafted. He said that his coach was on the phone with Staley, like, "Hey, like, what's going on? You should take this guy." And then seconds later, he got drafted.
I hope this is.
Well, I'll confirm before the end of the episode. Go on with your answer, Adam.
I think you guys hit it. You know, some of these guys just don't have either great measurables or don't have that. What is it? The RAS score is, you know, in that elite status or anything like that. So I can't imagine any other reason. I mean, the guy just seems to be, as we've seen on the tape, like the tape tape don't lie. Like the tape shows him manhandling these two top defensive guys and doing a good job at it. So, I mean, I guess I got to imagine it's luck because I don't even think he's got like injury concerns either or anything like that. So,
I think with the right tackle situation, I think like we talked about earlier, it's like when you come in as a rookie, you're a rookie coming into the NFL. I don't think he's going to be starting this year. But I think you're looking at a couple of the guys that have been on the roster for a long time that know the system are probably have a better likelihood of that. If he comes into training camp and everyone's talking about him, if he's going like at right tackle, head up on Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa and shutting them down, I don't think he's going to be the right tackle. Like you're going to have to lean into some of the veteran guys. I think that's just the reality of it.
If Salier's shutting down Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, are you worried about Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack not being able to get past a rookie right tackle?
No, Salier's the man. Okay. I'm not questioning their ability.
They've already
whatsoever.
proven their ability.
They don't need to prove me shit. Salier has to prove what he's capable of, not only to us but to his coaching.
Okay,
it speaks more of Salier than it would of those guys because they've already done it. And I did find there is an article written on Fansided by Savannah Lay a week ago.
Fansided, shout out our boys.
Yep.
Fansided.
According to the reports, head coach Kirby Smart went to bat for Salier as he called the Chargers and convinced them to draft him.
No way.
So it's like this guy's coach was like shocked, like all of us. Like, why is this
what
guy
is
still
going
here?
on?
Yeah. Like,
well, wait a minute. Salier was a Georgia,
Bulldog.
So why would that coach specifically
That's
call
Kirby
the
Smart.
Chargers?
He's I don't know. I don't know what connection
Must
he
have
had.
some relationship.
I don't know what relationship
That's
is there.
interesting.
But yeah, he was, maybe we were just on the clock, like we were coming up, and he knows the need that we have on the offensive line. He's like, this is too good of a fit. What are we doing here? Let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
People are saying he's one of the best picks we had, just value wise.
Sure.
He should have gone in the third round. That's what people were saying. Third, fourth round. Got him in the sixth.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So give him a chip. Let's let him prove everybody wrong. I would love to see him get in the mix.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Gonk Droid 69, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to CD, who asked the question.
Do you think there are more eyes in the world or legs? Don't forget about the animals when making your decision.
Peak off season.
Fantastic question.
This is crazy.
It has to be animals then, right? They all, most of them have 4 legs. Like,
well, so are there more eyes or legs? That's the question. Not are there more animals?
Well, animals have 4 legs and only 2 eyes.
Unless you're a spider.
Yeah, so spiders could up the
And there's a lot of spiders in the world.
Definitely more eyes. Definitely more eyes.
I'm thinking legs, dude, because even though spiders have more eyes, spiders also have 8 legs. So
I don't know if I have a lot. I've seen a lot of spiders near my house.
Millipedes,
crabs have multiple legs and only 2 eyes.
Millipedes
fuck up the whole equation.
Are we counting insects or no?
They're animals.
Kind of. They suck.
I mean,
they're kind of a pain in the ass.
I'm not saying that they don't suck, but they're animals.
Some of them do.
So then it has to be legs. Hands down.
I think it's got to be legs. Yeah.
Got it. You say millipedes and it's done. That's game over.
Right. Yeah. Millipedes.
Roly-polies. Think of roly-polies. Do they even have eyes? No, they just have a gajillion little legs.
They have like 50 legs.
Yeah. Some bugs just have like antenna. They don't even have eyes.
Yeah.
They're just feeling around for shit. They can't see.
Legs, final answer.
All right.
Final answer, legs.
Final answer, legs. If you know the answer, put it down in the comments. But CD, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Z the King 1, who asked the question. Do you guys see us making any more moves in the offseason? Alternatively, what are some moves that can be made that you hope we do? Let me know, okay? And put on your earmuffs, please. Please and thank you. All right. Any more moves this offseason?
I don't know. I can't say no anymore. I have no idea.
Anything's possible after what we just went through.
I've been saying no for the last 6 months, I feel like.
Right.
Ever since Khalil Mack, I was like, all right, that's done.
That
We're
was
done.
it.
That's all we
Lock
got.
it up.
Right.
We're good. Yeah.
Him and draft picks. Let's go.
Yeah. So maybe, but I don't know. How much more money do we even have?
I think we have some from what I've seen.
There's a small chunk. I mean, I think it was like $9 million prior to Kyle Van Noy and Callahan.
They're waiting to hear on what Callahan's contract is. I don't think they've announced it yet.
Right. I haven't heard the numbers on Callahan's contract. So I think I'm going to guess there's probably going to be about maybe $4 million left. And I mean, if
I don't think Callahan's going to get that much money. I think he's going to be kind of what Van Noy is, maybe a $2 million hit tops.
Well, 9 minus 2 minus 2
7.
would be about 5.
No, we're at 9 right now. Minus 2 would be 7.
Correct. And you just said he wouldn't hit more than 2 million, so that would take it down to 5.
Welcome to the math
because
podcast.
Kyle's was 2, his is 2. That's 4. If we had 9 before that, now we have 5.
Yes. Welcome to math with Charger Chat. So 5 million. That's still obvious. I mean, that's 2 Kyle Van Noy's right there. So yeah, there is potentially. Yeah, I know more math, Kevin.
Well, let's check out till the next one.
There is a possibility of getting somebody, and as far as hopes or what moves that we hope to see, like
it would just be right tackle.
It would just be right tackle at this point.
Throw all that money at right tackle is all I want to see.
Yeah,
but we also do carry money over for mid-season acquisitions, because if you're going to do a trade or somebody gets cut or something like in camp, or you don't know what's going to happen. So you don't know what that change in contract will look like in a trade. So it will carry some over into for any potential midseason stuff.
At this point, just personally, I'm pretty content with our roster. If
Absolutely.
we didn't do anything else, like I feel okay about this. Like I really like this is the most excited I've been about a roster since I've been a Charger fan.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
I'll stay.
Yeah.
I also live dangerously.
I'll stand.
Sir, you have 12.
I stand.
Don't hit me.
Don't hit that 21. We're at 20 right now.
Yeah, we're at 20. I'm gonna stand.
Stand.
So yeah, I think I think we're fine going in, but if they were going to make another move, whatever right tackle they deemed to be the best fit would be, I think, the best move. So Z the King 1, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Mario Vences or Vences.
Certified fresh, please.
Who asked the question?
Why is it that my precious Charger Chat boys always miss big news right before releasing episodes? Who's still out there as an option to sign as a vet right tackle? Who would Precious sacrifice from podcast to guarantee Chargers Super Bowl? Fuck the Raiders! Kill them, you boys!
Fuck the Raiders. Oh,
my best Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Gollum.
All right. All right. Well, there's a few questions here. So, options as a vet right tackle. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we could throw out names, but they're none of them are like huge name guys.
Right.
Those guys all got like the Leo Collins and such. They all got scooped up pretty early on in free agency.
The ones that were worth money have pretty much gone.
Right.
Yeah. So there's not any big name guys. I've always said that maybe Brian Balaga back on a cheap 1 year, prove it. If he can be healthy. The guy was good. We haven't seen it in 2 years, but I honestly don't really know who, without having my fingers on the pulse of backup right tackles and other teams that might want a shot somewhere else. I don't really know who you would go after.
And even whether or not they would be better than Storm Norton or Trey Pipkins.
Right.
Exactly. So hard to say if there is a vet right tackle out there that would be an upgrade over what we currently have. But the more important question, who would Precious sacrifice from podcast to guarantee Chargers Super Bowl?
Sacrifice like die or just not be on the podcast anymore?
I mean, I think it's open to interpretation.
I'll sacrifice myself from the podcast to win a Super Bowl, but give up my
no
life.
one would tune in, Kyle. No one wants to listen to Adam and I just fumble around for an hour and a half.
That's true.
I would sacrifice myself.
I think it'd be best. I think if I sacrificed myself from the podcast, but still chimed in with the interviews, it could still work. Wouldn't be as funny.
No, we wouldn't do it.
Work.
If one of us wasn't here, the podcast would just end. So if you had to sacrifice one, you're sacrificing the whole.
So we'll just shut down the Charger Chat and win a Super Bowl.
If we do that,
answer?
That's fine.
I'd easily shut down the Charger Chat.
If we had to,
yeah.
If it's like hey, you can't do this anymore, but you win a Super Bowl, done.
Sorry,
I'll erase all episodes from the existence of the internet. We're gone.
I'll get the Mind Stone from Thanos and I'll wipe the whole world. Nobody will even remember the Charger Chat.
No
They'll
one
see
will
the
know we
stickers
ever
and go, what
existed.
is this? I don't Charger Chat. When was that?
And
clean it
I'll have
out.
every piece of Super Bowl apparel and be happy about it.
Done.
All right. Well, there you go, Mario. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Live for the Day for. Who asked the question?
Let me know what you think. We still could use a right tackle, wide receiver, someone sure-handed since we led the league in drops last couple seasons, I should say. One more defensive tackle, maybe Hicks. One more linebacker, better than Reader, and like a hybrid, strong safety cornerback to use over Webb, Alohi, and Campbell. Which position do we get next, and who?
I respect.
We're
the
getting
question.
greedy, boys.
I respect the question, but I disagree with a lot of the we need to improve on a lot of these areas.
I think we're starting to get greedy. This is not a Pro Bowl, guys. This isn't just like just take your pick of anyone you want. That's not. I don't think that's how I'm not in the business, but I don't think that's how this works. Right?
We're shamelessly positive, but I'm going to disagree. I think our wide receiver room is absolutely fine. I think our linebackers, now that we've added Van Noy and what we have depth-wise there, I think we're okay. I'm not worried about that at all. Strong safety cornerback, not worried at all about that with the depth. There's going to be so much competition to make that roster. I'm not even worried about that. The two are right tackle, and I think you could add more depth at like a nose tackle, like Hicks. I think that could be a good pick if they had the money for it. And then right tackle. Those are the two that I'm looking at right now. Everything else, good.
Yeah, everything else has a strong starter and solid depth. What more do you want? We need.
Yeah.
If you got an all-star in your depth, something's off.
Something
not
right.
Doesn't seem right.
Something's wrong with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're all, as Charger fans, starting to get a little greedy here.
Yeah.
Let's eat some humble pie and be excited about the roster we got.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Live for the Day 4. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to House of Hain, who asked the question.
Well, guys, it's time. Let's get back into football shape. Round is a shape, right? I think I'll stick with couch football shape, okay? So for my question, how bad will the Raiders shit the bed this year? I mean, will they even win 8 games? I can see 11 losses easily. Okay, love you, bye.
I love the shameless positivity of this question.
Absolutely.
I'll double down. They're losing 17.
Whoa.
Just kidding. They're not worse than they were last year.
Goose egg.
Goose egg. That would be
the NL
wild.
West the NL West is going to be. Not the NL West. The AFC West is just
West,
ridiculous.
The one thing I want to hear about this upcoming year on Good Morning Football, ESPN, all these things is what happened to Adams. What happened to Devontae Adams? Why isn't he the player he used to be in Green Bay?
I thought he was so good.
Without answering them, because they're never going to admit it, I'll be like, because he's not with Aaron Rodgers, he's with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'll say in my head. And it's going to make my day. It's going to make whatever's going on that day just a happier, more pleasant experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just, Aaron Rodgers makes look at the receivers he's had over the years. Like names you'd never even heard of.
Right.
Dude.
Or they go on somewhere like Randall Cobb goes to the Texans, completely disappears.
Did nothing there, goes back,
Yeah.
is 10 times better. It's just
anyone that has ever tried to leave Green Bay and they get paid big money and then never pan out because Aaron Rodgers could throw to anyone
and everyone.
Derek Carr, not so much. So
Derek Carr gets Mohawk. Where's
Maybelline?
Yeah.
So I think, 11 losses easily.
Sick,
that would be pretty rad. I mean, I just don't think that
I don't think they got worse than last year. And last year they were a playoff team, so I don't think they're going to be significantly worse. They got a better coaching staff.
No, but I think
they have a better environment. All that's better.
I think they might not necessarily have gotten worse, but I think obviously the AFC West has gotten better. Like the Chargers, especially. Like Chargers had a top 5 offense last year and a bottom 5 defense, and we've stacked up the defense. So I think if anything,
same with Denver. They
same with Denver.
The script. They were the opposite of us. They flipped the script.
Yeah. So I think even though they might not be worse, I think they're going up against stronger competition, at least within the division. So
I think they're the 4th best team in the AFC West.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
I think it's
I
us,
agree, but
Chiefs, Broncos, then them.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that they're the worst team in the AFC. Why do I keep saying NL West? The AFC West is going to get more than 7 wins. I think the worst team will be an 8 or 9 win team.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, House of Hain. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Gavin Gibson.
Oh, it's Gavin from Scotland.
It's Gavin from Scotland who has a question.
With us getting the addition of Van Noy, I genuinely think we are a top defense. If we were to somehow get Akeem Hicks, do you think that would cement us as the top defense in the league?
I think we're right there, dude. We just got to get out there and prove it a couple games. I think we're already there. Would Akeem Hicks aid in securing that even further? Sure.
I just think that Akeem Hicks is a depth guy. Like, not that he won't start, but he's not going to play every down. The guy's been hurt a lot in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he's the guy that's going to come in. He's not going to be like a Joey Bosa that just completely transforms your, or a Derwin James that transforms your whole defense. Akeem Hicks now is what no one wanted Jordan Davis for, is because he's a 2-down guy and he'll be in there and it's great and it'll be good. But I think with Austin Davis and Sebastian, I think we have what we need. You know, I think those guys are really good at doing exactly
and Braden
that.
Fajoko. Let's not forget about Fajoko.
Yeah.
Forrest Merrill.
Yeah.
We still have a pen of really
Cortez
nasty guys that are gonna
Broughton.
get
There's
out
a lot of guys on this roster that we're kind
Christian
of forgetting
Covington.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's also, again, there's so many new names now that are going to be starting for the defense. It's like, again, just like Taylor said, like it looks good on paper, but until they go and hit the field, you're not really going to know how these guys are going to mesh. Like they're all super studs and they're all like veterans in their own right. So it should be like a fish to water. You should think that everything should just work out smoothly, but we honestly don't know until they hit the field. But yeah, on paper, this should be a top defense in the league. Like I can't,
for sure.
I have a hard time thinking of like what another team has as many just proven studs on the defense as the Chargers right now.
And I want to take it back. Cortez Broughton is no longer on this Charger roster. I don't know what I thought of that.
To go. So
send a sticker to Cortez.
Send a sticker to Cortez.
Yeah.
I'll put it on his Chief helmet right now. Chargers.
Oh, he went
chat.
to the Chiefs?
He did. That's why I looked
Son
up. I
of
was
a
like, shit, he's not on the team anymore. Oh, he's a Chief. I take it back.
Mother. All right. Gavin Gibson, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to movie fan Z5026.
Certified fresh.
Who asked the question? What were your thoughts when you found out on day one of the draft that the Chargers will be playing in the first Thursday night football game on Amazon Prime in week 2 against Kansas City? Why?
I just searched movie fan Z5026 was on episode 79.
Kevin.
So as long
We're
as
not
movie
made
fan
of
calls you out,
stickers, dude.
you're throwing a sticker. It's coming out of your pocket,
That's
dude.
a sticker. Movie fan, hit me up.
Okay, so that expletive was not about the Chargers playing Thursday.
No,
night against
like,
Kansas
what were
City.
you upset?
No, but actually, it was like, yeah.
I'll be honest.
I can't wait.
I like when we were watching it, like I had my TV turned down because I'm talking to you guys like as we're recording the podcast. So I was like, oh, look at that. Austin Eckler and Tony Gonzalez is up there. That's cool. Like, I don't
James
know why they
Ebo.
were up there.
That
Like,
was
yeah.
cool.
I was just like, I didn't even know what they were talking about. And then I was like, so why were they up there? And you guys were like, no, they're doing the first Thursday night football game. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, that's freaking exciting to do the first Thursday night
I'm
game on
jacked.
Amazon Prime. Like,
I'm super jacked about that.
It's nice to get our Thursday night game out of the way too.
Done.
Not have to
Before
get
the
in the
big
middle of the
time.
season. Guys are all banged up and kind of tired. They don't want that quick turnaround. It's a bummer that it's in Kansas City because then we have to play Sunday, travel right away on Tuesday or Wednesday, travel on Wednesday. But we got a bunch of vets. They know how to take care of their bodies.
Yeah.
It's still early in the season. So yeah, it's gonna be that place is gonna be electric.
Dude, we might be coming out of the gates 2-0 in like 5 days.
Right.
Do you-
Sunday, Thursday, 2-0. Boom.
You feel
Lead
me?
the league.
Within
Yep,
5
feel
days,
you.
we're 2-0.
It's good. I would feel good.
That would feel
good.
Mighty fine. Yeah, we're hyped, dude. We're hype movie fans. So thank you for asking the question.
Thanks, brother. Welcome back after 100
after a hiatus.
Is this episode 177? Almost 100 episodes ago. 100.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We'll see you in a year.
Yeah, I'll see you in a year. Yeah.
We'll see you in the next 100. All right. Well, let's move it on now to Alan, who asked the question.
Hey, Charger Chat Pod. Suggestions for fan focus. Can you guys do a fan focus with the Mrs. Huggins, Kyle's, and Kevin's? Also, hoo-ha, how about a fan focus with Papa Wolldog? Love the pod, guys. Hoo-ha.
Great question.
This is fun, actually. I got this tweet and I reached out to both the wives, and they're in.
They're both excited.
They're pumped. They're ready to come on here and embarrass both Kyle and I.
Yeah,
so
could
this should
be real
fun.
bad.
You might look at us differently after this is all over.
Yeah, we talk a big game, but we're a couple of softies.
Bunch of little mice. But what about Papa Wolldog?
He'll come on 100%.
Cool.
I think in the past we had him once before.
We do. Yeah. If you go back a long time ago, we interviewed our dad and Papa Wolldog like the first 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we were just scrounging for what do we do? Who do we come on the show? Who do we talk to?
No Chargers will talk to us. Come on.
We don't have anyone listening.
But I think if we do that, you need to run the fan focus. You interview Papa Wolldog.
You interview your
absolutely.
dad,
I would totally interview
we'll
my dad.
interview our wives.
Yeah. How about we're on the same broadcast, Kyle? I'll only ask questions to your wife, and I'll pretend my wife isn't there. You ask questions to my wife, and we'll just
a Brady Bunch kind of thing.
Cross it. Yeah. Alternate universe.
Brady Bunch it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So yeah, Alan, we'll totally do that. Thank you for
Great
asking
suggestion.
the question.
Yeah. No, honestly, it never came to mind, but it might be entertaining.
It might be. Tune in to find out. But let's go out of Ask Boltfam with Cerberus21,
Noyce,
who asked the question.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Since there's not really too much to discuss till the start of our training camps and whatnot, figure I'd ask about something that all the Charger Chat fans should know. I've never heard the story myself, so I'm itching to know. Mr. Kev Hogan Duggan, would you be so kind as to tell the good people of the CC podcast how Kill of You By originated? I hear there's a lot of drinking involved, and that's my kind of story. And a follow-up question, especially if Kevin isn't present this week or has garbage reception in Romania still. What's the word on this potential Charger Chat Fantasy Football League? Both my co-workers and friends either don't want to do it or suck big blue balls at updating the rosters and lineups, making the game pointless and stripped of any and all fun. Would love to get one or multiple leagues going with all these wonderful people who participate and listen. Funniest shit I ever hear Tuesday, and always look forward to it. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
It's like an orange on a toothpick.
Ogres
Donkey.
have layers.
Donkey.
Head paper. New.
Me.
So,
all right, K-Love You Bye. What was the origin story of that?
Okay, this is early. I was in London, and when you finish a project, usually they have a thing called a wrap party. Okay, so
slow it down, Kevin. You're talking too fast.
Sorry. There's a thing called I'm letting people
party.
Laugh through the moments. It's called timing. I'm working on it. I'm working on my timing. But we did a rap party, and I didn't realize I was going to get to where I got, and we still had to record a podcast. This is episode like 40, 30. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah,
but I showed up like should not have been talking to anyone. At all.
Well, just not recorded.
Definitely not recorded. And I would have been embarrassed if somebody would have told me like I was recording at that, like anybody had a conversation with me. So what happens when I hang up with my wife, like instant, I just say, when I'm done having a conversation, I'll just say, "Kill, love you, bye." That's just how that happens.
It was organic. Just
it was
like
Kyle said something really fucking stupid, and I just say, "Okay, love you, bye." That's just what happened. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, it was something. You guys were having an argument about something. Kyle was.
No,
I know, right? It's so hard to believe. But you guys were having an argument about something, and Kevin was just he was doing that. Stop it! Stop!
You just wanted to hang up the phone.
I just didn't want to talk about it anymore because you were probably right.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were, but it wasn't like it was the end of the podcast. It was like mid podcast.
It just got started.
It's just like, okay, love you, bye. It's like, wait a minute, we still have the rest of the show to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's and I have I listened back to that episode and realized drinking and podcasting do not mix. So I don't do that anymore.
I think depends on who you ask, sir. Yeah.
For me, I cannot go crazy.
Well, we now have a lifelong tagline.
You're welcome. I guess it's right. I guess.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
All right.
I don't remember any of the stupid stuff you said.
I guess
on
if
that
I wouldn't have
episode,
gotten
but we got
stupid,
that.
we wouldn't have "K Love You Bye."
Exactly.
Right.
Tagline. So I guess you're right.
Exactly.
We
So
wouldn't
you're
have a bunch
saying I
of
should
middle-aged
get-
men saying "K love you bye" to each other.
Yeah. The positivity, though, a negative thing turned into the most ultimately positive thing, and I'm so proud of that.
Love, Just
only
spreading love through Kevin's stupidity.
Exactly, and it only happens here on the
Exactly.
Charger Chat podcast. So
Shut up, Kyle.
All right. Well, Cerberus21, thank you for asking the question.
Fantasy football.
There's
league.
more.
Oh, fantasy
Yeah,
football.
fantasy football.
Excuse me.
Okay, guys, I've been thinking about a way to do this. I think we should just do it through our website, through the Charger Chat Pod website.
Are
and if
you
you want
going
to be
to set that up?
No.
No.
You're the
I'm just
commissioner.
going to tell you what you should do.
You have this great idea that somebody else can coordinate.
No. I'm just saying if you want to be involved, you have to be a part of our website.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
I see what you're doing. There's a part of me that would love to get like a 14-man league together and play it the way we usually do, because that's how I know how to play fantasy football. So maybe we could do something like that. There's also like you can set up a league where you can do like weekly head-to-head matches. So we still have some time to figure it out. I've had a couple people reach out and throw me some ideas. I'm a squirrel with this stuff. So just feed me. I'm gonna just jam them in the cheeks,
jam nuts in his mouth,
just jam nuts in my mouth, and we'll see which one sticks.
K love you bye.
Love you, bye.
All right, folks. Well, Cerberus21, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah.
And thank you for asking it. And thank you, everybody.
Sure didn't.
I walk into the worst scenarios all the time.
I love it when you know you're about to do it. You just let it go.
Care.
Anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let it rip.
Yeah.
All right.
Which one stick?
Thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. That's going to do it for this episode of Charger Chat. Any Bolt predictions or final thoughts, gentlemen?
Kyle's going to message Kyle Van Noy and secure a date that we can have an interview. That's my bold prediction for this week.
Well, the hard part is making sure that you can be a part of it, Mr. Romania.
Oh, I will. I will do whatever it takes. If you get him and it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. here, I'll wake up.
But
where I won't go to sleep, and I'll just be, I'll throw a few back until 5, 6 a.m. and then we'll be good. And I'll just be sloppy at work.
Yeah. All right. So there you go, folks. Bold prediction, Kyle Van Noy, some point, sometime, somewhere on this episode. But that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
K love you, bye.
K love you, bye.
K love you, bye.
Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Remember corduroys? Are they still a thing? Find out at Van Noy's Corduroys. See the wide array of colors we have in stock, like black, brown, and when you really want to make a statement, maroon. Come on down and get yourself a pair of the loudest pants today at Van Noy's Corduroys. Open every other day.